healthy pasture means that it's got more vigour, and more vigour means that it's got the ability to be able to compete with weeds, and therefore outcompete them and reduce them. The best defence is perennial pastures. The persistence on those is mostly built around deep-rooted perennials and the ability to be able to draw moisture from a lot deeper down and therefore stay growing for a longer period, and therefore less opportunity for weeds to invade. We must maintain up to 80 to 90% ground cover to stop the ability for weeds to blow in and hit the ground and grow. If there's something there to compete against those weeds, then there's less chance of those weeds to grow. To get that 80 to 90% ground cover, we probably need around 2 to 3 centimetres of feed, or in dry matter terms, probably around that 800 to 1200 kilograms of dry matter. The best treatment for bare ground is to reduce it as soon as and as quickly as you can. And that means that maybe even hand broadcast or mechanically re-sow those areas so the weeds don't get the opportunity to hit that bare ground. And if they do, they've got that competition of the seed, then that should be enough to keep your weeds out.
It's really important to look at grazing management because of the and rotating stock. So it's really important to keep a good cover, or as much cover as you can, on your paddocks rather than let them go to bare patches, because in those bare patches, any sort of weeds, but your serrated tussock especially will embed itself, the seed will embed itself and take off. Overgrazing can lead to invasion by serrated tussock and many other weeds, and it becomes an expensive and costly exercise. Once you've got it established, it's very hard to get rid of it. The first sign of overgrazing is the shortness of your feed in the paddock, and you'll notice that the stock are probably moving around a lot more too to try and find feed, pushing through fences, a really good indicator that they need to move. We have sheep on this property here, and sheep tend to eat the grasses to a very short thing, even right to the dirt. Whereas if you're on a cattle farm, it's quite different because the cows cannot get the grass as short, so you'll have a better cover typically on a cattle property than you would on a sheep property.
The best defence against serrated tussock and other weeds is, again, to grow your deep-rooted perennials. And there's a number of species like phalaris, cocksfoot, ryegrass, fescues that are able to compete a lot better with serrated tussock, being deep-rooted perennials and being more active and growing all year when there's available moisture. The first thing with healthy pastures is knowing at what level they're at, and the only way to find that out is to start with a soil test. There's plenty of information available around the AgVic website on how to conduct a soil test, or you can contact your local agronomist. Like any parts of the farm, when we have a pest problem, we have other issues around bare ground. So if we have rabbits create burrows, bare ground, and therefore there's the opportunity for weeds to come in, particularly serrated tussock. Some really good information can be found on these websites.